anticipating these requests as we go forward. I'm going to permit the same unless and until I hear an objection of counsel, at which time I would be willing to reconsider. We've adjourned this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference. Now, Mr. Fitzpatrick did forward to myself by email a proposed disposition. It appears that was forwarded to you as well, Mr. Sifranco.
Yes, Your Honor.
You acknowledge receipt of that?
I do, Your Honor.
I trust you'd like some time to review the discovery materials and talk with that offer about your client before reporting back. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I would suggest approximately a 2-week adjourn date. Your availability on either April 15th or 16th.
I can make myself available, either judge, if 15th would be preferable, if that's better for the court.
15th, so April 15th at 9:30 a.m. to report on the offer. If the matter is not resolved on the 15th, motions should be filed 2 weeks thereafter. That's a filing date only, no one need appear. That will be by April 29th for the filing of defense motions. The people's response will be due thereafter May 13th. I'll then have the parties return the following week, May 20th, for any argument and the decision of the court with respect to those motions. I will also have the matter of a pending motion for a protective order. Did you want to be heard on that, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
We rely on our papers, Judge.
Mr. Franco, your position, sir?
Judge, we have no objection to a protective order. The protective order, as the district attorney has set forth, we just would like either a clarifying sentence or an order from the court that employee or employment of our firm would include any potential experts that we may hire on behalf of Mr. Anzalone.
That's perfectly fine with me, Judge. I trust counsel.
All right. With that understanding, then, the court finds that the people have established good cause for the issuance of the protective order. I anticipate issuing that as proposed by the prosecution. I'll have a signed copy of that order distributed to the parties. Do you have anything else, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Very briefly, Judge, if I may supplement the email from Friday. The United States Attorney's Office for the Western District, as I think all counsel are aware, is investigating this matter. I am not authorized to speak for the United States Attorney. I have spoken to the Assistant United States Attorney who is handling the matter, and this may assist counsel in discussing the resolution of this with his client. They are actively pursuing the matter. I have suggested to them that the dispositions I have offered would satisfy the case completely. They have not agreed to that, but they did respond in a favorable manner, indicating they would consider that. The other thing, Judge, is I'm going to hand, through my assistant, Mr. Hudson, to counsel an updated thumb drive regarding discovery, and also the rules and regulations from DOCS regarding a duty of care for corrections officers. That was an exhibit that was in the grand jury. Mr. Pasalacqua filed a motion for a bill of particulars, which we haven't responded to yet, but part of our response would be that those rules and regulations, so I'm providing those to counsel today.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzpatrick.
So just with respect to that, I'm sorry, can you just identify, let us know who we should be speaking to in the Western District of New York, which page you're on?
The Assistant United States Attorney is Katie Hanford in Rochester.
Great, thank you.
I'll email you her contact number.
Thank you.
In terms of discovery, is that otherwise complete, a COC forthcoming?
I think we have some. We have two medical experts that have not filed their final reports. They are Dr. Michael Baden of New York City, and also of New York, Dr. Zhang Zhui Hua. That's ZHONGXUE, last name Hua, HUA, and the bills will be forthcoming.
All right, thank you. Did you have anything else, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
How about you, Mr. Sifranco?
Judge, no, we can deal with Mr. Fitzpatrick. There was, with respect to the autopsy that has been turned over, there was some indication that some slides had been sent out to an anthropologic expert that was referenced in that report, and I don't believe we received that anthropologic expert's report that we would request, but we can deal with that discovery directly with Mr. Fitzpatrick.
I take it that's in the works?
I'm sorry,
I
Judge.
take it that's in the works, you'll turn that over
Yes.
shortly?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Anzalone, I'll see you back here on April 15th at 9:30 a.m. for a report on that offer.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Judge, I'm sorry, counsel. I was just advised by Mr. Hudson, the anthropological report is in the updated thumb drive.
Oh, all right, well, there you go.
Even better.
Very good.
Thank you,
April
Judge.
15th, thank you.
Anthony Farina.
This is the matter of the people against Anthony Farina, indictment 25035. At the outset, I'll note I have a number of requests from the news media to cover today's proceedings. Will you have a continuing, no objection, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Is it Riotto, sir?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Riotto, do you have any objection to the media's coverage of today's proceedings?
I don't, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to permit the same, and I will for future appearances as well, unless counsel should voice an objection. And Mr. Riotto, just to be clear, I believe it was Mr. Starzewski that appeared at the arraignment. You, in fact, have been retained to represent Mr. Farina in this matter. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. We'd adjourn this matter then to today's date for a pretrial conference. I'm in receipt of a proposed disposition emailed by the prosecution. It appears that went to you as well, Mr. Riotto. Have you received that, sir?
I have, Your Honor.
I will then be adjourning the matter for approximately 2 weeks to allow you time to further review the discovery that's been provided and to confer with your client, and then report back as to whether he wishes to accept or reject that proposed disposition. I have available April 15th or 16th.
Your Honor, the client is out of the area during that week. Could we do something different day?
April 29th.
Yes, Your Honor. April 29th is fine.
All right, then April 29th at 9:30 a.m. to report on the offer. If the matter is not resolved on the 29th, the motion filing date will be set for 2 weeks thereafter. That's May 13th. That's a filing date only. No one need appear. Also, May 27th, then, for the people's response, also a filing date with no appearance required. The parties shall appear thereafter on June 3rd for any argument they wish to have and the court's decision with respect to those motions. Now, I also have a pending motion for a protective order. Did you have any opposition to that, counsel?
Your Honor, if people could just clarify exactly what it is they're looking to protect. And I think if it was just in terms of cooperating witnesses, then I really wouldn't object to that. But if it's going to be all discovery, then we certainly would object.
Do you want to be heard with respect to that, Mr.?
Just briefly, Judge, it's just the identity of the cooperating witnesses. I have no objection to counsel sharing that information, obviously, with his client and any investigators or experts that he chooses to employ.
So it's just as the cooperating, but no objection to the cooperators.
All right, very good. With that understanding, the court finds that the people have established good cause for the issuance of the protective order. I will grant the same. I'll have a signed copy forwarded to the parties. Mr. Fitzpatrick, did you have anything else?
Counsel, did you hear what I said at the previous discussion regarding the federal involvement?
I did not.
Just to advise you that I am not authorized to speak for the United States Attorney's Office for the Western District. They are actively investigating the case. I have been in touch with them, and I have discussed the offer that was conveyed to you in the email on Friday. And while they do not say that that will satisfy the charges, I've been led to believe that they will look favorably upon that as a disposition. And also at this time, I'm going to hand you, counsel, an updated thumb drive regarding discovery, as well as a copy of the rules and regulations regarding duty of care for corrections officers, which was an exhibit in front of the grand jury.
Clarification is the Western District, not Northern District?
Yes, for some reason that I'm not familiar with, the Northern District recused themselves from the case.
Katie Hartford handling that?
Katie Hanford, yes, out of Rochester.
Did you have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rialto, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
We'll see you all back here April 29th at 9:30 a.m. to report on that offer. Thank you.
Michael Fisher.
Morning, Your Honor. Good morning. This is the matter of the people against Michael Fisher, indictment 25035. At the outset, I'll note I have a request from the news media to cover today's proceedings. Do you have any objection to that, Mr. Eisman?
I do, Your Honor. I would ask the no video and pictures be taken inside the courtroom.
All right. The court has given consideration to the media's request, and I am going to permit the same. I intend the news media to cover today's proceedings. Do you have any objection?
No objection.
All right, the court will permit the same and will continue to permit the same at future appearances unless an objection is raised by counsel. Now, we had adjourned this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference. I am now in receipt of a proposed disposition forwarded by way of email by the prosecution. Looks like that was also forwarded to you as well, counsel.
I acknowledge receipt.
What I can do is adjourn the matter for a couple of weeks to allow you time to continue reviewing the discovery material and speak with your client about that before reporting back. Is that sufficient?
Yes, sir.
The available dates I have right now are April 15th, 16th, or 29th.
Works, Your Honor.
So 15th it is. That will be at 9:30 a.m. If the matter is not resolved on April 15th, the motion filing date will be set for 2 weeks thereafter. That is April 29th. That is a filing date only. No one may appear. The prosecution's response date for filing, May 13th. Again, no appearance required. The parties to return then May 20th at 9:30 a.m. for any argument they wish to have and the court's decision with respect to those motions. I also have a pending motion for a protective order filed by the prosecution. Does counsel have any objection?
No objection, Your Honor, except with a caveat that would also allow any experts we're looking to retain to be part of that protective order.
Certainly.
All right. With that understanding, the court will issue the same finding that the prosecution has established good cause for the issuance of the protective order. I'll have copies of that signed and forwarded to the parties later today. Mr. Fitzpatrick, did you want to be heard, sir?
Yes. Counsel, did you happen to hear my comments regarding federal involvement to the other attorneys?
If you could just repeat them.
Sure. That I am not authorized to speak on behalf of the Western District of New York. Katie Hanford out of Rochester is handling the matter. And although not speaking for them, I have indicated to them that I would hope that they would look favorably upon the dispositions that I proposed in this case. And so far, the responses have been favorable, but not certainly not concrete. And I'm also going to hand you an updated discovery package, along with a grand jury exhibit that was provided to the grand jury regarding duty of care as outlined by docs.
Do you acknowledge receipt, counsel?
Acknowledge receipt, Your Honor.
Thank you. Did you have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further, counsel?
Nothing further, thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, very good. Mr. Gentile, I need you back here April 15th at 9:30 a.m. to report. I'll see you all back here then.
Thank you.
Nicholas Keeper.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Loretta. This is the matter of the people against Nicholas Kiefer under indictment 25035. At the outset, counsel, I note that I do have a number of requests from the news media to cover today's proceedings. Do you have any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
And the court will then permit the same. I will also permit the same at future appearances unless counsel should voice a subsequent objection.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. So we've adjourned this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference, and I'm now in receipt of the people's proposed disposition forwarded by way of email. It looks like that was sent to you as well, Mr. Longaretta. Have you received that?
I have received it, Judge, and I did begin to talk to my client about that over the weekend.
All right, very good. What I can do then is adjourn the matter for a couple of weeks to give you time to further review the discovery materials and speak with your client further about that proposal before reporting back as to whether he wishes to accept or reject.
Very good, Judge.
Dates I have available as of right now, I can give you April 15th or 16th.
The 15th is better for me, Your Honor.
So April 15th will be the report date.
9:30 again, correct, Judge?
Correct. April 15th at 9:30 a.m. to report on the offer. If the matter is not resolved on the 15th, your motion filing date will be set for 2 weeks thereafter. That is April 29th. That's a filing date only, no need for appearance. 2 weeks after that, May 13th, the people's response will be due to be filed. Again, no appearance required. The parties will then return May 20th at 9:30 a.m. for any argument they wish to have and the court's decision with respect to those motions. I do also have a pending motion for a protective order filed by the prosecution. Did you have any objection to that, Mr. Longaretta?
No, Your Honor, no objection to that.
All right. With no objection and the court finding that the people have established good cause for the issuance of that protective order, I will sign and approve that order and forward the same to the parties later today. Mr. Fitzpatrick, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. David, did you happen to hear my comments regarding the federal involvement in the case?
I heard a little report in the room there, Bill, but no.
Okay. Essentially, I'm not authorized to speak on behalf of the Western District of New York. Katie Hanford is the Assistant United States Attorney handling the case. I have discussed the proposed dispositions that I forward to you, and although they're not in any way locked into those, I've been led to believe that they would look favorably upon that, but they're not. They're not.
They haven't committed to that as
committed.
yet.
Correct.
Understood. Do you have a number for Ms.?
No, I'll email that to you.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Thank you.
I'm also going to hand you updated discovery package as well as a grand jury exhibit regarding the rules and regulations of docs regarding duty of care.
Acknowledge receipt, Your Honor.
Thank you. Did you have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
Did you have anything further, Mr. Longaretta?
No, Judge, that should do it for today. Thank you very much.
Very good, thank you. I'll then meet everyone back here then April 15th at 9:30 a.m. to report.
Thank you very much.
David Kingsland.
the matter of the people against David Kingsley, indictment 25035. At the outset, Mr. Niebusch, I note I have a number of requests from the news media to cover today's proceedings. Do you have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
The court will permit the same and will continue to permit the same unless counsel voices an objection at a future appearance. We adjourn this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference. The court's now in receipt of the prosecution's proposed disposition. I believe that was forwarded to you as well. Mr. Niebusch, have you received that?
I have.
We'll adjourn then for approximately 2 weeks to give you time to complete review of the discovery and report back concerning that offer. April 16th, or I could go out to the 29th or 30th.
Your Honor, may I have the 29th?
Yes. April 29th at 9:30 a.m. to report on that offer. If the matter is not resolved on April 29th, the motion filing date will be set for May 13th. That's a filing date only. May 27th for the people's response, again a filing date only. The parties would then reappear June 3rd at 9:30 a.m. for argument and the court's decision. With respect to the pending motion for a protective order, did you have any objection to that, Mr. Niebusch?
No, Your Honor.
No objection, in the court finding that the people have established good cause for the issuance of the same, I will sign and approve the proposed protective order. I'll have copies of that forwarded to the parties later this morning. Did you want to be heard, Mr.?
Counsel, did you have to hear my comments to the previous cases regarding federal involvement? I did. Okay, good. I won't repeat that. I'm going to hand you, through Mr. Hudson, an updated discovery packet along with a grand jury exhibit regarding rules and regulations of duty of care promulgated by DOCS.
I acknowledge receipt of that document. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
How about you, Mr. Niebusch?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kingsley, you're next due back in this court on April 29th at 9:30 a.m. I'll see you all back here then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Mayshaw.
Counsel, this is the matter of the people against Michael Mayshaw, indictment 25035. At the outset, counsel, I'll note I have a number of requests from the news media to cover today's proceedings. Do you have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
The court will permit the same and will continue to permit the same unless an objection is voiced by counsel at subsequent appearances. We had adjourned this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference. I'm now in receipt of the people's proposed disposition in this case. It appears that was forwarded to you by way of email as well, Mr. Capessa. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We'll adjourn the matter then for a couple of weeks to give you time to complete review of the discovery materials and speak with your client about that proposal. April 16th, or I could go out to April 30th if need be.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
April 16th or April 30th, depending on your schedule, your availability.
April 16th.
16th it is. So that'll be at 9:30 a.m. on April 16th to report on that offer. If the matter is not resolved on April 16th, the motion filing date for the defense will be set for April 30th. That's a filing date only, no need to appear. Prosecution response will be due to be filed 2 weeks after that on May 14th. I'll have the parties then return May 21st at 9:30 a.m. for argument and decision with respect to those defense motions. I have a pending motion for a protective order brought by the prosecution counsel. Did you have any objection?
No.
All right. In the absence of objection and the court finding the prosecution has established good cause, the court will issue that protective order. I'll have copies signed and forwarded to the parties later today. Do you want to be heard, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Tom, did you happen to hear my comments regarding federal involvement in the case?
I'm aware of it, yes.
Okay, and these dispositions are not authorized by the Western District of New York. I'm not authorized to speak on their behalf, but I have been in contact with them, and it's going to be my position that they look favorably upon a universal disposition of the matter in state court, but that decision is solely up to them. At this point, I'm going to hand you an updated discovery thumb drive, along with the rules and regulations regarding duty of care promulgated by DOCS, and that was a grand jury exhibit as well. The other thing, Judge, and I should have mentioned this earlier, Counsel, but we notified them by email. I have Mr. Brooks's personal property that was recovered from his cell. We've reviewed it. We don't believe that there's anything relevant to the case, but I don't expect defense counsel to take my word for it. So it's available here this morning for any counsel that wants to go through it and peruse it. It's basically written material and some books and personal items.
Well, considering we're down to 3 of the attorneys left here.
I wanted to limit my time and you could, no, that's not true.
Fair enough.
I did notify everybody beforehand by email, so they already know that.
Also, they were aware it was available to them. Okay,
Yes.
very
Thank
good.
you, we'll avail ourselves of that option.
Good.
Separately, Your Honor, consistent with the court's order, we have Mr. Patshaw's passport, and I'd like to turn it over.
Okay, yeah, we can accept the same if you have that handy. Rick? Thank you. We'll keep the same for safekeeping. Did you have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Mashaw, you're due back in this court on April 16th at 9:30 a.m. to report on that offer. I'll see y'all back here then. Thank you.
Christopher Wilder. Is that microphone on?
Yes.
This is the matter of the people against Christopher Walrath, indictment 25035. Mr. Kafruni, I note I have a number of requests from the local news media to cover today's proceedings. Do you have any objection? No, Your Honor. All right. The court will permit the same and will continue to permit the same unless counsel voices an objection at a subsequent appearance. We've adjourned this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference. I'm now in receipt of a proposed disposition forwarded by the prosecution. It looks like that was forwarded to you as well, Mr. Kafruni. Have you received that?
I have, Your Honor, yes.
I can adjourn the matter then for a few weeks to give you time to complete review of the discovery and speak with your client as to whether he wishes to accept or reject that proposal. Your options are to return on either April 16th or April 30th to report.
We'll take the 30th, Judge.
30th it is. So April 30th at 9:30 a.m. to report on the offer. If the matter is not resolved on the 30th, the motion filing date for the defense will be set for May 14th. That is a filing date only. No one need appear. The prosecution response will be due to be filed by May 28th. The parties would then reappear June 4th at 9:30 a.m. for argument and decision with respect to those motions. With respect to the pending motion for a protective order brought by the prosecution, did you have any objection to that, Mr. Kafruni?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. With no objection in the court finding that the people have established good cause for the issuance of the same, the court will sign and approve the proposed protective order. I'll forward copies of that to the parties later today. Mr. Fitzpatrick, did you want to be heard?
Just briefly, Dan, did you hear my comments regarding the federal involvement in the case?
I heard some talk of it, but not.
Yeah, the United States Attorney for the Western District is investigating the case, and I am not authorized to speak on their behalf. However, if the disposition is satisfied pursuant to our offer, I will indicate to them that hopefully that they'll look favorably upon that. Katie Hanford out of Rochester is the AUSA handling the case. I'm also going to hand you an updated discovery packet along with a copy of the rules and regs from docs regarding duty of care for an inmate. And also, hopefully you were made aware that the opportunity to view the deceased personal effects is available to you today. They're across the hall in the conference room if you want to avail yourself of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you have anything else, Mr.?
No, Your Honor.
Did you have anything further, Mr. Cafruni?
I don't at this time, Judge. Thank you.
Very good. Mr. Walrath, you're next due back in this court on April 30th at 9:30 a.m. to report on that offer. I will see everyone back here then.
Thanks, Judge.
David Walter.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Good morning, Mr. Passalacqua.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is the matter of the people against David Walters, indictment 25035. Counsel, I'll note at the outset I have a request from a number of news media to cover today's proceedings. Did you have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
The court will permit the same and will continue to permit the same at future appearances unless counsel should voice an objection. Now, we have adjourned this matter to today's date for a pretrial conference. I've now received a proposed disposition from the prosecution. It appears that was forwarded to you as well, Mr. Passalacqua. Have you received that?
I have.
I can adjourn the matter for a few weeks then to allow you a complete review of the discovery materials provided to you and speak with your client about that offer before reporting back as to whether he wishes to accept or reject. I have available to report April 16th or April 30th.
If I could have April 30th, Your Honor.
You may. April 30th, 9:30 a.m. to report on the offer. If the matter is not resolved on the 30th, May 14th for the filing of defense motions. That is a filing date only and no one need appear. April 28th for the prosecution response to be filed. The parties would then return June 4th at 9:30 a.m. for any argument they wish to have and the court's decision with respect to those motions. With respect to the pending prosecution motion for a protective order, did you have any objection to that, counsel?
We filed responsive papers back last Thursday, Your Honor. There should be, we have no objection, and we did file our own motion.
We've got your cross motion. I'll deal with that separately, but with respect to the prosecution motion, any objection?
No.
All right, with no objection to the court finding that the people had established good cause for the issuance of that protective order, I will sign and approve that order and forward copies to the parties later today. Did you have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Just briefly, counsel, did you hear my comments regarding federal involvement in the case?
I didn't hear yours, but they have been relayed to me.
Yeah, I'm not authorized to speak for the Western District. Katie Hanford out of Rochester is handling the investigation there, but I will, if disposed of as suggested by me, I will make that known to them that I think that should satisfy the entire case.
Understood.
I'm also going to hand you an updated discovery thumb drive, and Your Honor, counsel made a motion for a bill of particulars which we'll answer this week, but partially in response to that bill of particulars, I'm handing him, which was a grand jury exhibit, the duty of care regulations from the Department of Corrections.
Thank you.
And counsel, you've indicated, you responded that you do wish to avail yourself the opportunity to see Mr. Brooks's personal effects.
Yes, please.
Those are available following court across the hallway.
Thank you. That is my understanding. And I will acknowledge receipt of this thumb
Do you have
drive.
anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
Passalacqua, I did receive your cross motion relative to Rule 3.6A of the Rules of Professional Conduct. Was there anything you wanted to say beyond what was contained in your papers?
No, Your Honor. We rest on our papers. Thank you.
Patrick, did you want to be heard on that issue?
Refresh my memory, Judge. What was that motion? I apologize.
was a motion
Did we respond?
prohibit you from making any extrajudicial statements regarding this case, to comply with Rule 3.6 of the Rules
Well,
of Professional Conduct.
I guarantee you I will comply with the Code of Professional Responsibility. I'm not going to, if a newsman asks me when's the next court date, I'm going to tell him or her when that is, but I'm not going to make any unethical or prejudicial comments. I like to try cases once.
Agreed. That's a good starting point perspective. So I'll put it this way. I've reviewed the motion that was brought by the defense, and if you review the motion that was filed, there's a couple of statements highlighted by the defense in there that could be interpreted as going above and beyond simply stating facts, such as when the next court date might be. So I'll just remind everyone to be very mindful of those professional rules. I don't expect that we're at a juncture where I need to order that in any capacity, but should we need to, and you'd be welcome to renew your motion, I would reconsider the same, Mr. Passalacqua. Does either side have anything further, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
How about you, Mr. Passalacqua?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Walters, you're due back in this court on April 30th at 9:30 a.m. to report, and I will see everyone back here then.
Judge, just this is to thumb drive of the complete grand jury transcript that I'm going to provide to the court.
Yes, please. Thank
May I approach?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sorry about that. Sorry, thank you. Ask your question.